zone. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. 58. Hey, 319.
To throw again, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Yeah, Liz. Zoom.
1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
319.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
319. Inside.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. It's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Second down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Two. Move. Line out.
Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 23 yards on the play. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Over. 319. 319.
Now Rodgers. And incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out comes Minnesota. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back near the goal line, Cousins throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. On 1st and 10, Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. With Charles Davis on Brandon Garden. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
26. 18. Hey, check 26. Let's go. 19.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. Look at the 8.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Rodgers to Allison. Good for a Green Bay first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Linval Joseph coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hey, check 26. Jumbo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Let's go.
First down. Here's Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And complete, right side of the tight end, Rudolph. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Sherrills. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Sherrills. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A first down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Cousins now from the 50. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
4th down, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Cousins on first down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10 way up at the 37. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st and 10. Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Aldrick Robinson, 91 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Cousins now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We're going. Let's go. Black.
Now Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 58, 319.
Tight dog.
Cali, strong left, Cali.
Watch twist.
Over. No.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Here's Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A give. This is Cook. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. To throw, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. looking out of the gun. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Strong right! 319!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Quick hitch, complete. It's Graham. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Zoom. Zoom. Jump out!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Buying time, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Over here.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. To give him a gain of 38. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Zoom. No.
Rodgers throwing here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Unfortunately, he had a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running. The football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. Check it hard. Hey! Two.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Green Bay, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Next week as they will thank Charles Davis, my brother.